How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the hold on. The reason why I can't speak right now was because my name is Joey. I can never speak, but also because I'm a little bit distracted by this lighting setup. It looks kind of like poo-poo, but I purposely am pressing record because I just don't really care at this point. It's better to just talk to you guys, get this episode out, and just have a good time with it rather than it being aesthetically beautiful, you know? Anyways, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show called Joey Answers Your Questions, the morning show. I'm filming this in the morning, like first thing. I usually write in the morning, but this time I figured, what the hell? Might as well jump right to it when I'm puffy-eyed and bushy-tailed, sipping my morning coffee. Yeah, that's right, I'm drinking coffee. I'm giving it a try, seeing how my body reacts to it. It tastes really good. This is espresso, or it's kind of like a latte, but anyways, it's fun. It's very fun. We're gonna take a look at your questions and try to answer them in the best possible way. Hopefully when I have more than 2 brain cells to rub together because it's not late at night. So consider you guys, whoever asks questions this time, consider yourselves lucky because I might be actually at a little bit higher cognitive level of functioning today. At the same time, I'm actually a little bit groggy, so we'll see how that works. Yeah, this lighting, dum. Samuel Crawford says, Joey, super important question. Who's your favorite dwarf in the Hobbit films? Thorin Oakenshield. Very stock standard answer, but that's the only name I remember because I'm a normie and I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings nut. Especially not the Hobbit films. I watched those ones one time each, and that was in theaters, and I didn't really like them that much, to be honest.
Me too, kid.
They paled in comparison to the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, so I just never watched them again. I've watched scenes here and there. I watched that really dumb death scene. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds. Very fast seconds, but Thorin dies at the end. And I thought it was so stupid how the white orc jumps through the ice with absolutely no leverage. He's like swimming at the bottom of the ice thing, floating beneath this thick ice, like super thick ice. And then when Thorin's not looking, he launches out of the ice. Like, what are you pushing off of? You're not like a whale with all this like, you know, leverage from your giant fin. Your giant tail or whatever. So it's just super dumb. He just like anime style, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style, jumps through the ice and like stabs Thorin. It's absolutely ridiculous. It was the most lazy thing I've ever seen, especially to wrap up or like to execute a main character, the main dwarf of the whole thing. So that was pretty dumb. Hash, I'm assuming that's how you say it. Hey Joey, I've recently started a new job and I'm working evenings and usually getting home at around midnight. I've been finding it really hard to adjust my routine around this. And as a result, it feels like my whole life is messy. I'm waking up late, not having energy during the day, then working late. Do you have any tips for getting back some sense of control? Yeah, I can relate to this. I feel like I am in a similar boat in terms of mindset. It's very easy for me to waste the beginning half of a day if I have something important later in the day. And it's like a weird phenomenon. I get mentally distracted by the fact that I'll have to stop what I'm doing in order to go to that thing, so I might as well not even start, even though I have plenty of time. So I'm just sort of existing until I have to go do that thing. And one way that you can counteract this is actually genuinely look forward to doing something and completing a project before you go. I know you said you're waking up later and later and later, so this period of time to work on this thing is probably diminishing day by day. But if you actually have a plan, your life will kind of orient itself, like your brain will start to see the world in the context of this plan. You know, especially if you're excited about this plan. If you have a genuine aim and you get excited about it, then your life kind of gains a different context. Without an aim, it's hard to like gain this motivation to wake up. If you genuinely have nothing going on except your job and your life is just sort of existing before your job, then yeah, you're gonna waste all the time. Like the job is the dominant thing in your brain, right? So it's just going to, your life is gonna sort of be whatever around that job. So you need something else in your life that is more dominant. A project that you're really excited about. Maybe it's a goal that you're really motivated about, but you really need to sit down and figure out what you want to do with your life on a short to midterm basis. Whatever you do on the day-to-day basis is going to be a stepping stone towards that goal. And unless you see it that way, you're not going to see it that way. Unless you have a goal, the day-to-day is just wasting time for your job. So absolutely what you need to do is sit down with a pen and paper and figure out what you're doing with your life. You know, what do you want to work towards? And then figure out what you can do on a day-to-day basis to help you achieve that. Planning. It's all about planning. It's all about being conscious and making conscious decisions about what you do with your time. And it's impossible to do that without a plan and an aim. So you need to get that locked down. Allison Bettner says, a few months ago, you gave me some advice about starting my new position with more responsibility / leadership. I'm happy to report that you were right. Literally no one ever thinks about me, and I've gotten wonderful feedback about what I'm doing. I'm really happy to hear that. And it's funny to be happy about the fact that no one thinks of you, but truly in life, most people aren't thinking about you. Most people aren't thinking about me, you know, they're just thinking about themselves. So the fact that you're more consciously aware of that, you should celebrate that fact because it makes you a lot less self-conscious. People are just thinking about themselves, and then when you come into their lives as a decisive leader who has their best interests in mind and the interest of the company, and you just want to, you know, get things rolling, you assume that leadership role for them, and they're not gonna ask questions, especially if that's literally your role. So just be confident and play the part. No one's gonna be like, man, why is she telling me what to do? It's like, that's your job. So I'm glad to hear that's going well for you. So whatever position you guys are in, do the best possible job you can do in that role. Like, try to think to yourself, what's the ideal version of this role? In almost a caricature basis, if there was a cartoon hero who had your job, and part of his character trait was to do that job to the best of his ability, or that he does his job to the best of his ability. Say he's a blacksmith and he's the best blacksmith in the village. How would he spend his time? You know, how would he spend his days? That might seem like a weird thing to think about, but chances are if you do the best possible job you can in whatever your position is, no matter how low down in the company it is, no matter how seemingly humble it is, if you do the best possible job you can in that job, then chances are you're not gonna stay in that job very long. You know, people will take notice. When you have competence, people offer you more responsibility. Find honor and nobility in doing the best possible job you can and owning it and being confident with it. Luke W says, good timing. I was just wondering why I hadn't seen your face in a while. Also, didn't you talk about playing the piano a while ago, or am I hallucinating? Oh, and I am in central London weekly for school, and it's more or less how it was before all the omnishambles in the past year. That's an interesting word, I like that. Cool, that's good to know that London's more or less back to normal. Man, I'm overexposed, but thankfully there's like good highlight recovery on the A7S III. Yeah, that's good to know that London's pretty much back to normal. I'm not gonna go there anytime very soon, but hopefully, you know, when Canada lets me travel again, I'm able to just go every which way I want and be utterly free and not have to quarantine for 14 days upon my return back to Canada. I feel like we won't get there until probably September, so that's what I'm guessing. As for playing the piano, yeah, I play the piano. Yeah, it's too overexposed now. It's a little better. Yes, I play the piano. I haven't been playing the piano like a ton. I haven't, you know, I mentioned in a previous video that I was trying to get better at jazz piano. Yeah, I'm not really like working on that very seriously. I am dabbling a lot as of late on the piano, just making compositions on Logic and FL Studio. I've got my MIDI keyboard as well as my fancy keyboard, and I've been making compositions. In fact, I'm going to feature one of my compositions in the newest Better Ideas video, which I said in the last episode would come out before the last episode, which absolutely wasn't true. It'll probably come out before this episode, but hey, you know what? No guarantees. But the very first track I'm using in that video, as of right now in the editor, it's a track that I composed. So it's just like kind of ambience. It's like sort of an electronic aquatic ambience soundtrack, but it is mine, and I made it in Logic with a MIDI keyboard, and you know, it's kind of You know, I want to do a little bit more of that. I was watching Lemino. It's an awesome YouTube channel. He does sort of like covering mysteries and conspiracies and stuff like that. He composes a lot of his own music for his channel, and that really inspired me because it's really cool stuff. Couldn't believe that he also composed the songs for his channel, because everything else about his channel is so top notch. I was just blown away that he was that talented, that he was also making compositions for his channel too. So it's pretty cool. So I want to start doing that as well. If you want to think different thoughts, do different thinks. I didn't say that. The dude that's not a doctor, just a dude. Come on, lighten up. Come on, what is this? What is this?
What is this?
Knocking me down a peg. Do that to myself enough. Svetlana says, "Hey Joey, I really enjoy all of your content. Keep up the great work. Hope you'll also consider traveling to St. Petersburg or Moscow as a part of your visiting plan of cultural centrals. Best wishes." That's a great idea. That's visiting some Russian hubs, urban hubs, cities. Would certainly make me happy, and also my my piano teacher, my old piano teacher, happy. She's from Ukraine, but she would be, you know, if she went with me, she'd be able to speak the local language and help me out a lot. That'd be really cool. I also know the director of the Moscow Symphony. And that's really cool. I don't know, he probably doesn't watch this channel, but that's just sort of a flex. He's one of the more famous people I know, or prestigious people I know. Really, really nice guy. Ninja Z says, "Hey Joey, recently I asked your previous second channel video asking if you were okay, as you had not posted in some time. So I'm glad you're doing okay and seem to be enjoying life. Really happy for you. Thank you very much." A few times I've asked this question but never got an answer, so please answer it. What is the funky music in these videos? It's so good, I want to play it on repeat. I think Demetrios could probably answer that better than I can, because I actually forget the track names. But I found the tracks on Epidemic Sound, and I feel like I've used them for many Better Ideas videos. Probably Better Ideas videos around a year ago had these tracks in it a lot, but I haven't really used them on the main channel. But I think he can answer that question. It's like some of the better, more catchy, royalty-free music that you can find, I would say. Damn, this window is just blasting in light. I'm like almost overexposed again. Also, what must be like forever ago, you asked for video ideas for the second channel. How about cooking with Joey? I remember someone commenting on my OG comment where I suggested saying they would also love to see this. I hope you do read this. Take care of yourself, brother. Can't wait for your next video. Well, thank you, Ninja Z. That's a really good idea. Yeah, I've got a lot of ideas for the second channel, and I'm just actually banking them. Right now I have like this giant Notion document open with just like tons of second channel ideas that I want to do in addition to Joey Answers Your Questions, the show. So this will be a weekly show, but maybe like we have another video every week that's just a random video, and I start working through those ideas. So it could be cooking with Joey. We could do like, I kind of want to do this Vogue at like, you know those questions with Kim Kardashian and stuff where they're walking through their house, and I want to do a parody of that. That'd be pretty funny. Someone like Jared, the cameraman, will be asking me questions as I'm walking through my house, you know, putting things in the oven or like picking a kid up, putting him back down again. Basically the Kim Kardashian one, but a parody of that. There's also travel vlog ideas. I am working on a winter vlog currently. I'm also filming a summer vlog. I'm filming a lot of the things I'm doing this summer, so that'll end up on this channel. So basically I've been working on a winter vlog for like the past 2 years. I haven't been working on it for 2 years. I've been avoiding working on it for 2 years, but I'm chipping away at it. But that'll be up on this channel more than likely. And yeah, very soon actually. The winter vlog could come out by the end of this month. So looking forward to showing you guys that. Should we help with video titles? Vova says. Yeah, I need some help. No matter what I call this video right here that you're watching, post in the comments what you think this video title should have been called. Just say this video should have been called, comma, and then say your video title, because yeah, I'm at a loss.
I'm at a loss.
Obviously, I give like the titles zero thought, the titles and thumbnails zero thought whatsoever, as an attempt to crush my perfectionism. I can really perfect over the titles on the main channel, but this one I'm just, you know, cranking stuff out so that I do it, you know, so that I'm consistent. So that's sort of the idea there, but I would love some ideas as to, you know, what things that you would probably want to click on are. I'm gonna do one more.
12 seconds later.
Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna keep it pretty short today. I've got a lot on my plate and I really wanna tackle that. And also, I briefly checked the subreddit and there wasn't much there, to be honest. I mean, there were a few memes, and from what I could tell, they were funny, but I didn't wanna actually read them or look at them. But there weren't enough for me to justify diving into it for a section of the video. I'm gonna wait till next week to do that. So get your memes in because I'll be reviewing them next week. So if you're seeing this video, there's still time. Get your memes in and I will review them in the next video. But other than that, thank you so much for your questions. Hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Enjoy the weather if you have good weather, and if you don't have good weather, still try to enjoy the weather, because all weather is, not all weather is good, but all weather, yeah, I don't know. Weather's weather, so get used to it. I'm sweaty. I'm like actually losing my mind because I closed all the windows because of the weed whackers and lawnmowers, and now I'm just saunaing myself. I'm hotboxing myself inside my own office, so I can't wait to open these windows, get on with my day.
It's like a sauna in here.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.